Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Student, I am Iram Slim, your chemistry teacher. Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to discuss the chapter number 11 of 10th class, that is organic chemistry, and the topic that we are going to discuss today is the sources of organic compound. You have studied the definition of organic compound, uses of organic compound. Now we will discuss the sources of organic compound. What are the different sources? But before going to that topic, we have the message of the day. What is the message of the day? That hard work is the key to success. Whenever and whatever success we want, we have to work hard to attain that success. To fulfill our wishes, we have to do work hard. In our exam, in our life, in any field of life, what we want, we have to work for that. Never give up. We have to work to achieve our goal. So to attain your goal in your life, you should have to work hard to attain that goal. Now move toward the topic, that is the sources of organic chemistry. In this topic, we have to discuss the different sources. In this, there are the content, living sources, non-living sources, coal, type of coal, fractions of the coal after the destructive distillation, then the uses of those fractions which are obtained by distillation. After that, we will test ourselves by a question from the test yourself 11.2 about this topic. What are the content of our today's lecture? Living sources, non-living sources, coal, type of coal, fraction of coal after distillation, uses of fraction, and the test yourself. First of all, what are the sources of plant? Organic compounds. Organic compounds are the compound which are having carbon and hydrogen and their derivatives. Organic compound are having both the sources, natural and synthetic. Natural means they exist in the nature from the animal and plant, and the synthetic means they can also be synthesized by the man in the laboratories. Natural form, in natural form we can get these organic compound in both living or dead form from animal and plant, which are discussed in this figure. After the death or decay of the organic compounds, animal and plants, we can get the petroleum, coal, natural gas. So sources of organic compound, animal, there are two type of sources we can get, especially the source organic compound are present in the form of macromolecules, which are basic requirement or our food particles, in which protein and fats can be obtained from the animal. Protein is present in all type of meat, mutton, chicken, beef, fish, and eggs. Fat and oil are main sources. Milk, from milk we can get butter, cheese, ghee. All this type of fat we can obtain from the animal. Plant can help us in both form, dead plant and live plant. Living plant can give us carbohydrate, protein, vitamin, oil. Carbohydrate, all grains are carbohydrate. Wheat, maize, and some potatoes, barley, rice, they all are carbohydrate. And protein are present in the pulses and beans. Vitamin are present in all the fruit and vegetables. Different type of vitamins are present in those fruit and vegetables. Oil can be obtained from the seeds of plant like palm oil, olive oil, soybean oil, peanut oil, sunflower oil. This oil can be converted into ghee by a process that is called hydrogenation. We will discuss that in the next chapter. Dead plant can give us the natural resources like coal, petroleum, and natural gas. These are the sources of organic compound from the animal and plants. All these sources consist of mainly the macromolecule. Macromolecule means the molecules which are present in our food in the bigger size, like carbohydrate, protein, etc. Next is the coal. That plant can give us the coal. Today we will discuss the coal in detail. What is coal? Coal is the blackish complex mixture of compound of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. A few amount of nitrogen and sulfur are also present. This is the definition of coal. How it is formed? It is formed by dead plant buried under the earth crust by a process called Carbonization. What is carbonization? Conversion of wood into coal is called carbonization. Wood contain the 40% of the carbon content. We can increase the carbon content. Our carbon content is increasing in the formation of coal and decreasing the moisture and the other element which are present in the coal, but increasing the percentage of carbon. Conversion of wood into coal is called carbonization. It is not the overnight process. It takes the millions of the years to make this coal. 500 million of year ago, under high pressure and temperature, the wood is converted into the coal by the process of carbonization, and it has the different types depending on the carbon percentage. At a time when these plants are living, after their death they will be converted into the solid mass after decomposition, in which carbon percentage is increased as compared to the living wood. That percentage is up to 60%, and this type is called peat. It is also named as coal. With the passage of time and pressure and heat increases due to the layering of the soil on this, a layering of the dead and decayed plant on this soil where the coal formation is occurring. Other type of the coal are produced, and which are finally converted into the anthracite, the final and refined form of coal. What is coal? It is the blackish complex mixture of the compound of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and some amount of nitrogen and sulfur are also present. Next we will discuss the fractional distillation, a type of the coal. कोल की कितनी टाइप हैं? टाइप ऑफ द कोल किस चीज़ पे डिपेंड कर रही है? टाइप ऑफ कोल डिपेंड ऑन द कार्बन कंटेंट, मॉइस्चर एंड वोलेटाइल कंपोनेंट. Carbon content means percentage of carbon over the other element. Moisture means presence of the water in the wood. Living plant also have the water content in them. After their decay, they will decrease the water content and increase the percentage of carbon. And volatile component. Volatile component are those components which have the low boiling point and can be vaporized easily. There are 4 different types which are depending on all these properties. They are peat, lignite, bituminous, and anthracite. And they have the different percentage of carbon. Peat has the 60%, lignite has 70% carbon, bituminous have the 80% carbon, and anthracite will have the 90% carbon and other 10% of other elements. First quality peat is the first form of conversion of wood into coal. This is inferior quality coal used in the kiln. Lignite is the next form, which is the soft coal and used in the thermal power station. Bituminous 80% कार्बन रखती है. इट इज़ द कॉमन कोल, हाउस होल्ड कोल, जो बारबेक्यू में कोल हम देख रहे हैं या हमें अपनी डेली लाइफ में नज़र आता है, दैट कोल इज़ द bituminous. Anthracite coal. Anthracite is the superior quality coal. It has the 90% carbon in it and 10% of the other element. It is superior quality coal and it is used in the industries. Now coal is a useful product. We have studied that the coal is the blackish complex mixture. Mixture means it is made up of the different type of element. If it is made up of the different type of element, then coal can be converted into the useful product. How it can be converted? It can be converted by the process that is named as destructive distillation. What is this? The strong heating of coal in the absence of air is called destructive distillation. Fractions are obtained after this destructive distillation. Fractions are named as the useful products which can be obtained after this strong heating of the coal. They are coal gas, ammonical liquor, coal tar, and the coke. Now we will study how these are produced. Here is the simple diagram which is showing you the fractional distillation, destructive distillation process. We have taken the coal, a little amount of the coal in this test tube, and this test tube is sealed or covered with the cork. There is a single opening in which bent tube is attached and the other end of the tube is in the flask. That flask is also closed. There is another bent tube in this flask which can be shown here, and from this some gaseous material can be coming out after the distillation. when we start heating the coal. Strong heating of coal in the absence of air. There is no air because there is no nothing is open and the system is closed. When this coal is heated, it will convert it into different product, and those product can be come out from this opening into this flask. First of all, some gaseous material come out from the test tube and reach in this flask, and they have the one opening, and they come out from this opening, and that are named as coal gas. Other fraction is also named as other fraction is named as ammonical liquor. The liquid material which is present in this blue color and shown here in the flask by the blue color, that is the ammonical liquor. Ammonical liquor is containing the ammonia gas in the water. Next, solid mass come out from this flask, and that solid mass, semi-solid mass, settle down at the flask, that is named as coal tar. Coal tar is the useful product which is having the almost 200 aromatic components like phenol, toluene. These components can be used as such in different industries, in laboratories, but they can be converted into as they can be used as a starting material for the other component. And the left behind residue which is present in this test tube after the coal gas, ammonical liquor and the coal tar is named as coke. It is the final product after the distillation, and this is having the 98% carbon in it. Next we will discuss these fractions in detail one by one. First of all, we are going to discuss the coal gas. What is the coal gas? Coal gas is the mixture of hydrogen, carbon monoxide and methane. Here ammonia is written, here is the methane. Mixture of hydrogen, methane and carbon monoxide. It produces heat on burning in air. When methane is present, methane is the component of natural gas. It will be converted into the other useful product and used in the burning process. They can also be used as a fuel for producing the inert or reducing atmosphere in the metallurgical process. What is the metallurgical process? Metallurgical process is the process in which metal is extracted from its ore. Next fraction is ammonical liquor. Ammonical liquor is the solution of ammonia in water. Uses in fertilizer. It is treated with the sulfuric acid to form the ammonium sulfate fertilizer. Here are the other diagram which can be shown showing you the destructive distillation process that we have discussed in the other slide. Next fraction is the coal tar. Next fraction is coal tar. As we have discussed, it is the mixture of almost 200 aromatic compounds. What are their uses? They are separated by fractional distillation. Means these 200 aromatic compounds can be separated by fractional distillation. What is fractional distillation? The components are separated in this distillation depending on their different boiling point into useful products. These aromatic compounds contain benzene, toluene, phenol and aniline. After the removal of these 200 aromatic compounds, the coal tar mixture is having a semi-solid particle, thick black residue of coal, that is called pitch. Beside these useful products, a thick black residue of coal left over and used for the surfacing of road, and it is named as pitch. This pitch is also present in the coal tar. Last fraction is the coke. Coke contains the 98% carbon. Its uses mainly uses as reducing agent in metallurgical process, especially for the iron. When coal is subjected to destructive distillation, after losing its all volatile component like coal tar, coal gas and the ammonical liquor, a solid semi-solid mass is left behind, that is called coke. It is having the 98% carbon in it. Next is test yourself. What is the question number 1? What is the What are the component of coal gas? That are hydrogen, methane, and carbon monoxide. Second question is about the coal tar. You have to write the coal tar complete. In third question, you have a note on the coke. You have to write completely coke, anthracite. The last fourth question is that what is the highest quality coal? That is the anthracite, which is having the 90% carbon in it. And last question, what is the destructive distillation? The strong heating of coal in the absence of air is called destructive distillation. At the end, there is the diary. You have to learn this topic completely. Stay home, stay safe, love chemistry, learn chemistry. Allah Hafiz.